Hey y'all, did you know that not being able to remember things is also a response or a symptom of anxiety and trauma? For years, I hope I don't cry, but I might. For years, I would be trying to tell people things that happened and I didn't remember. Like, I can't tell you what year something happened. I have no memories of it was 2004. This happened in 1999. Well, in 1999, my baby was born. So after 1999, I can't tell you what year something specific happened, even if it was major. So after 1999, my next major memory is 2008, when my job was closed. My government job was closed. So from 1999, anything in between there, I remember having panic attacks. I remember, being depressed. I remember a lot of those things. I remember some things that happened on the job, but I can't tell you what year anything happened. Like, there are people that I still know who can tell you it was this year, and I remember this was happening, and this was also going on right there, and then this person, they remember names, they remember details. Like, they talk about a memory of an elephant. Like, I know people who can recite years. They know the month. They just can go back and just like place themselves in that moment of whatever that was that happened. I don't have memories like that, you guys, because trauma, and I just researched it to confirm it. I don't know. I can tell you sometimes a memory of something will come up. Like, I know I've lived life, but my brain was not able to store. It was 2004, that it was, October. I don't even remember clearly what year my divorce was final. And this is why it's so important for me to finish this book and get it out. Because do you have trouble remembering things? Do you have chunks of time that you can't recall what year it was when something happened outside of the birth of a child? I was in such survival mode, and that's what brought the anxiety on. I wasn't born with anxiety. I was under so much stress and mental duress and there was so much trauma happening to me. In my marriage, I wasn't being beaten. I wasn't being cussed out, but I was being traumatized mentally. It was a mental, we were in church. He was a deacon, and then he became a minister, then he became an elder. And I was working with the youth, and I was singing in the choir, and I was teaching Sunday school. So we had a front, but at home, I was being traumatized mentally. And I guess I may have to write about that too, because there are ways that you can be quietly tormented in a relationship, in a marriage, and nobody knows until you tell them. But I was under so much of that I ended up in chronic depression. I ended up with generalized anxiety disorder. It started pushing me into panic attacks. And then shortly after that, I finally left the marriage. But y'all, even with all of that, I can tell you about some things that happened, but I don't have memories of years. What year this happened, what year that happened. I don't have any of those memories. And I'm wondering, does anybody else who, if you know you have anxiety, do you have trouble remembering specifics? or moments. Like sometimes I'm trying to tell something, and then I'll just have to stop. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know when it was. I don't remember. Or sometimes somebody who I used to work with may try to, a friend of mine, she was one of those people who she would just go back to that moment. And then, when we went through our EEO thing and all that kind of stuff, after that, I just cut it loose, right? I threw away all this stuff. It was over. It was done. And years later, she would still be trying to say, you remember? And I was like, no, because I was in survival mode. I was just trying to get from the one breath to the next. I was trying to get from one day to the next. I was thinking about leaving church and going home and what I was going to have to deal with at home. I was thinking about getting home from work in a timely manner where I didn't have to be questioned about why I was 5 minutes getting home later than I normally am. I was just trying to get to the next step. And now I don't have memories stored of chunks of time. I was married for 12 years. I don't have memories of chunks of time. I have memories. I have little picture memories, but to sit back and say, just tell stories. I have some stories, but I don't have anything that I remember from the year. And trauma does that because you're trying to survive the next moment. And then anxiety does it because you're on edge, you're on 10, you're on 100, and your brain is in survival mode. So I just wanted to share that. I wanted to let you guys know I'm still working on the book. And I have to let the Lord help me write it because it needs to be a complete work, right? I can't rush it because it's hard. I have to sit in it and give you what you need so that you can feel seen, so you can feel heard, so you can know, oh my God, that's me. Okay, it's not just me. I need to give that to you because that's going to be half your battle. Understanding that some of the things that you deal with and that you think make you crazy, no, you have legitimate issues that were brought on by legitimate situations. And so let me know though, are you one of the people who you have some dealings with anxiety? Do you have chunks of time that are missing from your memories? Or do you know somebody who, in your life and you think they're kind of up, and do they have trouble remembering stuff? Do people make you feel like you're lying, or do you feel like people think you're lying when you say you don't remember, you're not sure? Anxiety does that. And the trauma that leads to anxiety does that. So let me know and follow me, like this video, leave me a comment, let me know you heard me. Let me know you're looking forward to the book. That's going to motivate me to keep pushing. Okay? But just wanted to say that. And I'm going to go walk off some steam. Walk off some, whatever this is. Walk off some perimenopause. See y'all later.